안녕하세요. 저는 나나입니다. 나나 Korea. 그리고 여기는 Eva. I have twin girls, Eva and Abby. Today Eva is with me recording this video, and I'm going to tell you the story about how I got these two beautiful little babies. Mwah! Okay, so actually, if you don't know already, I've been married for quite a while. I've been married since 2009, January of 2009, and we were not able to have babies for 13 years. We couldn't have any babies. Even though I wanted to, it wasn't possible. Yeah. But a lot of people, when they find out that you have fertility issues, they assume that it's the woman's problem. But actually, 50% of the time, it's the man's problem. And so it's better not to assume that it's the woman's body that has the problem. Where are you going? Anyway, yes, when we found out what the problem was, my husband did a lot of tests, a lot of things to try and figure out how to fix the problem. And one of the doctors said that sometimes the problem will just fix itself, and you'll just be able to conceive. And so we just kept trying for many, many years, 13 years, and nothing happened. And so after COVID, when they were lifting the COVID restrictions in South Korea, we had our first Friday worship service at church. And the pastor's sermon was about Lazarus, who was, as you know, raised from the dead. Jesus raised Lazarus from the dead. And in that story, Jesus told Martha, the sister of Lazarus, one of Lazarus' sisters, to move the stone away. And she said, "But Lord, he's been dead for 4 days. There's going to be a smell. Do you really want me to move the stone out of the way?" And Jesus said, "Didn't I tell you to believe? Just don't doubt, just believe." And so she moved the stone, and then he raised Lazarus from the dead. And the pastor's point in this sermon was that you have to move the stone to get a miracle. And I don't know why that somehow connected with having babies for me, but I decided, you know what, I was going to turn 40 that year, international age, not Korean age. Korean age would have been 41. But I was going to turn 40 that October, and it was the summertime. And so I decided, you know what, before I turn 40, I would like to at least once try IVF and in vitro fertilization. Yeah, so I talked to my husband, and he agreed. Even though it was quite a painful surgery for him. It wasn't easy on his part, but we decided to try. And when we went to the doctors, you're so bouncy today. Whee, just jumping, up down, up down, up down. Whew. Yeah. So we went to the doctor. He's got a toy. Another toy? Look at that. Look at that. You got something to chew on. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. That better. Something to chew on. Oh. Yeah. So, the doctor said that based on his results from 10 years earlier, that we may or may not get enough sperm to even try for IVF once. And I promised my husband he would only do this procedure one time. If there's not enough sperm to try, we just wouldn't try. We just assume it's not meant to be. But on the day when we went to pick up the sperm from the hospital in Seoul, we were shocked and surprised to find out that there was enough sperm. They had collected enough sperm to try for IVF, not just once, but 5 times. And so we had enough sperm frozen for 5 tries, and we took that to our fertility clinic. And it was really kind of amazing. Like, everything was working out perfectly. The schedule, the timing, my cycle, all of it was working out perfectly to happen right in that summer vacation. And my body being older, obviously, I didn't have as many, I didn't produce as many eggs as probably a younger woman might have. I had 3. And the doctor said that since I'm over the age of 35, he's allowed to I don't know what you say, plant, whatever. He's allowed to put 3 of them, 3 fertilized eggs, or 3 or 4 fertilized eggs in me. And so we did all 3 of them. And the doctor was shocked the couple weeks, the week or 2 weeks, whatever, how long it was later, that all 3 of them worked. So I was pregnant with triplets. And it was this amazing miracle. It was really, really like a God thing. I never dreamed that it would actually work. Because, you know, after the age of 40, IVF is only successful like 9% of the time. 9 out of 100%. That's crazy low odds. But it worked the first time. Crazy. But of course, at the 11th week, we had a miscarriage and we lost one of them. We had their pre-birth names, because in Korea they have something called taemyeong, which is a pre-birth name. Their pre-birth names were Faith, Hope, and Love. And Love was always the last one that we could see. The 2, Faith and Hope, these 2 were up and easy to see with the ultrasound, but it was really kind of hard to see Love, who was kind of like hiding in the back. And Love's heartbeat was also a little bit different, even from the very beginning when we first heard their heartbeat. And so we lost Love, but we still have Faith and Hope. So Faith became Abby, and Hope became Evangeline. And so that's the story, and I hope that it helps you somehow, that if there is a miracle you're waiting for, move the stone. All right. Thank you. Bye. Say bye. Bye-bye. Michael. Bye-bye. You're so bouncy. You're so bouncy, little girl.